us today is Sanjay Shah, CMD, Prudent Corporation. Very good morning, sir. Very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the show. I'm seeing AUM growth has outpaced the industry, and equity AUM this quarter is what I'm referring to, of course. What structural factors are playing out for you, and are you confident that Prudent can continue gaining market share over the next 2 to 3 years?
I think the biggest advantage Prudent has is the very strong retail SIP book. So whenever you have the lean phase in the market where the new money may not be coming very fast, I think the SIP helps me strongly. So if you look at currently we have a SIP book of almost about 1240 crore, and as of June 26, we ended the quarter with an SIP book of 1203 crore. So that 1203 crore, if you annualized it, is roughly about 14,400 crore, which is roughly about 10% of my AUM, and that is something which gives me a very strong the visibility and the continuity of the inflow, and that's the reason we have done significantly better than the industry in last quarter. So I think last quarter we had the net sales of almost about 3,800 crore, and if I consider these as a benchmark, if I multiply by 4, I think last year we had a net sales of about 13,000 crore. This year we are expecting that we should be able to bring new money to the industry upward of 15,500 crore kind of a number.
Understood. So that's as far as the AUM growth is concerned. Mr. Shah, good afternoon. Shesha this side, and you've indicated that gross yields may gradually decline by 1 to 2 basis points for the new businesses. How do you plan to offset this through product mix, operating leverage, or higher wallet share? What will the strategy look like going forward?
No, sorry, it's other way around. It's other way around. I was saying that current book is at 88 basis point, and new business which I'm mobilizing currently is at a 2 to 3 basis point higher. So probably that's the reason I'm saying that in the current year, my yield on an entire book should remain protected, because my new business comes roughly probably in the range of 91, 92 basis points. So I have a cushion of 3 to 4 basis points. And if you look at my gross sales to AUM ratio is roughly about 25%. So I think overall, when I told you my net sales would be 15,000 crore, if you consider the 50% retention, my gross sales would be about 30,000 crore on the AUM of 1,40,000 crore. So roughly 20-25% is the new money, which will come at about 3-4 basis points higher than the existing book yield.
Got it, sir. But have you observed any changes in competitive intensity in the industry as a whole, especially following the recent regulatory changes, particularly in distributor acquisition, perhaps?
So I think my belief is that this change will bring two things. People will become a part of platform, and there are a lot of people who look for getting aligned with some big player. So we have been regularly looking for the consolidation and good opportunity. I can tell you before 2 days, there is a consultation paper from SEBI on the PMS MF only category, and I think that's going to be a very, very big game changer for the platform like us, where we are contemplating to get the PMS license, and we believe that this will again bring a lot of wealth managers, bank managers, guys who are handling the wealth of the people. They'll probably start becoming the wealth manager on their own. So that is also going to be a very, very strong change which will going to happen over a period of time.
Right. Let's also talk about partner additions then, Mr. Shah, and that accelerated to nearly 600 per month after GST-related changes that we saw last year. How much of this is a one-time regulatory benefit versus a sustainable increase in onboarding that we are expecting?
Yeah, I think it's a sustainable change, because now the guy who is working independently has a lot of issues, because if you look at the business is also becoming more intense on the product side, on the competition. If you look at the technologies are changing very fast, product basket is changing very fast. So people need somebody's support. Only thing which was probably not allowing them to go ahead was they used to earn 15% higher when they were working with the AMC directly. Now I think that benefit which they had has gone. So my belief is it's going to be a perpetual change where people will start aligning their interests with a quality platform, and I'm very, very confident that the new partner addition number will remain strong for the full year.
Got that, Mr. Shah. But tell us, what percentage of these newly added partners have started contributing meaningful business to your entire revenues? And also, how long does it typically take for a new partner to become productive?
So it's a very long gestation business, because the moment somebody joins, either if he is joining Prudent with a existing book, and if he is merging his existing business with the Prudent, then probably they might be the productive from day one. And there are a lot of people who enter the industry, and from the day one they become a part of platform. There, I think a lot of efforts goes from our side, because if you look at the AUM, I think AUM always get built gradually, as I told you, because we have a 1200 crore of SIP book, and if you probably start somebody's SIP today of a 1 lakh rupees, then I think it's a compounding machine. Somebody who started SIP of 1 lakh rupees now, by end of the year his AUM would be 12 lakhs, the next it will be 24 lakhs, and then the mark to market would be added. So it's a slow business, and but it's basically a very strong compounding story. As you grew on the AUM, I think it start compounding very, very fast. So those who are added now, if they have came with the AUM, their growth will be faster. Otherwise, we continue to nurture them and drive them and motivate them.
Okay, and Mr. Shah, let's also talk about the other initiatives which are underway to improve productivity of existing distributors rather than only increasing the distributor base. What is the strategy looking like here, and what is the progress so far?
So I think we regularly work towards increasing the productivity of my existing distribution. So if you look at how can you make them more and more productive, would be one would be how can you get the larger wallet share from the same client. So you require the large product basket. And if you look at Prudent has been consistently adding products as far as distribution is concerned in the last couple of years, and now we are large product basket. Second, regular technology changes. If you look, if you remember, in the month of May, we have launched the entire AI platform on our entire tech offering. So we have the Prudent Age Plus, and we have the Age for the fund there. So for the direct client, we have called Age Plus, and for my mutual fund distributor partners, we have announced the Prudent Age, which helps them to do the business seamlessly with entire database, all the informations and everything available on the click of the button. And we regularly drive, monitor, we work with their business planning. So a lot of small things which we do to make sure that they become more and more productive. And there are a lot of information which we provide them, because we have the data which says that the guy, once he goes above 10 crore, he becomes significantly productive than the guy who is below 10 crore. So this kind of information also we share them and say that let you take a first target of crossing 10 crore, then probably your growth will automatically be very, very faster.
That's the word coming in on Prudent Corp. Mr. Shah, thank you so much for joining us on ET Now today. Thank you.